She hates this. She's gonna be a liver chestnut, and I think it's gonna be gorgeous. Oh my goodness. That's a lot darker than that little swipe you did on her neck. Where's Ginny? She's napping. Jennifer!
Where's Ginny?
Behind her ginormous mother.
Oh, hiding.
Look at her perky. Today's a lot of firsts for the mini girls. First, they've had a halter on, but they've never been led by the halter. Look how tiny this thing is, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna put this on Miss Ginny first, and they are being body clipped today because it's so hot. They both have their like baby fuzz, and so this is basically a baby update. But the update on the minis is we're gonna see what color lies underneath the baby fuzz. So let's see. Gotta catch this one. Yeah. Good girl. She's gotten better. Don't let her tell you she's always bad, because she's not. Now, she's never been led, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get her to just like follow mom, but on a lead. Okay. You're all good. She hates this. I told you we're doing the spicy one first. I anticipate, look how dark it is underneath there. I anticipate that she's gonna be a liver chestnut, and I think it's gonna be gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Thank you for being such a good mama, Miss Gina. You're just like, hey, if you could wean her already, that'd be great. That's a lot darker than that little swipe you did on her neck. Oh, she's gonna be gorgeous. How many adults does it take to restrain a tiny little miniature horse? Well, when it's Ginny, 3 at minimum. She's looking like she enjoys this. I feel like she's falling asleep. I'm excited to see what her legs look like. Do you think they're still gonna be light colored? Already, look at all that hair. We're gonna be able to build our own Ginny, a little second Ginny. Second Jen. You can have my kid, that's fine. As long as you gave me some hay.
Trade for hay?
She would trade anything for that kid. Look at how, oh my gosh, she already looks so much sleeker and like more refined. She's gonna look like a little show pony after this. Because they do like leaving a long mane, because so how they measure is by the base of the mane. So if you leave their mane longer, you can get it to the very shortest point of their back, and that's like, you get to measure at the shortest point, if that makes sense, so that you take full advantage of their like true height of where they're smallest. Look at her color. This is wild. She's cracking me up. She's like, you could do whatever you want to that kid, as long as I have food. I'm shocked right now. I thought she would have been, I mean, because Glenn was like good until he wasn't, you know?
Okay, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to take the ear fluff? Do you want me to make a bridle path? Or just leave all
I would love
full fuzz?
just the exterior fuzz.
Okay.
Like, just like you can leave the inner floof.
Yeah, just the
like, just trim it up a little bit.
big stuff. Okay.
And then if we can get her face, I mean, we'll just see what she lets us do. I don't think a bridal path is as necessary, but if she lets you, just a tiny little one. We won't do the full show one that they do, where it's like half their freaking neck. What a good little baby. What a good girl. Oh my gosh, she looks like a little show mini.
Okay, you get a gold star for that.
You look like a little show mini.
That was so brave.
It made her head so much daintier. Like, it was already so refined, and it just made it, like, it brought out all of her little features. I can't wait to see her out there, like next to Gidget. I think regardless of the time of year they're born, we need to always body clip them at this age and make it a good experience, because I've experienced some that are traumatized by clipping, and so it's so much better. Look at this baby. She is so dark and delicious and so delicate and refined, and having all that hair off of her really just shows her features that much better. Excuse me, ma'am. She is so much darker than I thought she would be, and I hope she continues to get darker. I hope she stays a liver chestnut. That is my favorite color. So let's go put her outside with Gidget. You can see the difference in a little sleek baby next to our furry baby. Oh, she's having the most angry of angry milkies because she is so mad about what just happened to her. Look how light her tail is though. Oh, that's so gorgeous. I hope it stays, I mean, I don't know if it'll stay flaxen like that, but it's pretty special if it did. I'm so excited for her. She's gonna be so, because she has black mane and tail though, so her gray might not look as chupacabra. Really feeling it in the glutes and the lower back. Here's the before shot. She's very furry, very, very furry. There should be gray hair underneath there. She's already shedding out her little eyeballs, her little ears, and showing that gray, so let's see. And then, yeah, she already hates it so much more than Ginny did. I'm shocked. She's been like the sweet baby the whole time, but she also went and got wet. She got rained on right before this, so it's gonna make it a little bit more difficult. Darling. She is so upset. She's being a good girl through it, Karen. Karen's a little bit more, I don't know, like a little more worrisome than Regina was. Regina just sat there and ate. Karen's very like, what are you doing to my child? So she's being a little bit more of a wiggle worm than Ginny was. I can't believe that she's like bay underneath there. She's not nearly as gray as I thought she would be. I thought Glenn did good, and Glenn had all 4 feet off the ground at least 3 times. I think also we did Glenn at like 4 months. I think doing it earlier is better as well. I'm shocked at how not gray she is. Glenn made me think that she was gonna be his color, you know? I really love that the body clipping is kind of revealing what they look like at like, you know, 2-3 months, because Gidget, she came out fluffy, a little more compact bodied, a little more chunky, just not really showing her refinement from the get-go, whereas Ginny just came out gorgeous, striking, fancy, dishy face, you know, like really long arcing neck, just all the things that you like want, like all the buzzwords for the mini world. Whereas Gidget just came out a little more Karen-esque, which Karen, when she's fit up, is very lovely. But I'm now seeing there's a reveal under there. There's the refinement is coming through, which this is, it's like a big reveal, you know?
Yeah.
For like picture's sake and to see what their neck looks like, they shave just their neck and leave the rest of their body furry, and it is the stupidest looking thing I've ever seen. No offense, Chandler.
It's hilarious. I'm sorry.
Is your back okay? Nate, leave that in there so people think I care.
She doesn't, but
I'm just kidding.
she doesn't care.
Just kidding.
Just for insurance
Will
purposes.
you grab some nails?
How was your back though?
It's great.
Yeah.
I have to say that because she's right there, but it's great.
Yeah. Blink twice if you're in pain.
You know what? If you're riding your own horse in your off time,
Hey. Why are you so obsessed with me?
I don't care about your well-being anymore.
I don't think there was.
I don't care that you hurt your
I
elbow.
literally was just thinking that. Like, I was trying to come up with the words from the Vine.
Yeah.
What was it? I don't care that.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
That one. I think it's okay that we left our little feetsies. Like, we can always, I mean, Emily, who does the training for my minis, she'll clip them again this coming winter. And so I think this is a good first time, you know? Look at this little baby. She is not nearly as gray as I thought. There are little gray hairs throughout, but she's very bay still, which I'm shocked by. So let's go turn her out with her little friend and see if she and Ginny even Let's see if she and Ginny even recognize each other. Perfect. They're both very much camera hogs. Look at them both at the men. What? Are you just showing off, both of you? You both just need to get your close up. You know, they were raised that way, so. Whew. It is moist out here. Okay, we're all a little moist, a little hot. It's gonna rain, so before that, let's go to the big barn and check on some of those babies. So what we're doing here today is, we did not plan on showing the yearlings too. This is supposed to just be a baby update, but it kind of worked out. Like, they were here, we were putting Kirby and Millie out, and the reason that I was like filming them going out is because Millie hasn't been out to a grass pasture in like a couple months. So what happened was, and I explained this a little bit with one of my weanlings this year. So whenever a horse, and this happens with humans too, whenever they grow rapidly and they have these like big growth spurts, sometimes they can get inflammation in their joints. So I think it's called like fasciitis. So when they have that inflammation in the joints, I don't honestly have the answer for what all bad things could happen if they stayed inflamed. Like, I think it would just be bad for their growth in different ways and probably cause longer term issues. But when you're able to get the inflammation down, whether it be with, you know, kind of taking away some protein to where they don't grow as fast, like in that moment, when you're putting them in a stall for some stall rest or like a smaller paddock, just to get them less inflamed during that growth period, can help them grow healthier. I mean, that's just what I've gathered, right? I'm not a vet, so talk to your vet instead of talking to me. But Millie is my biggest yearling and my youngest by a lot. And so she went through a really rapid growth spurt. She didn't even get where she was like lame or anything like that. We just noticed that she was like a little bit stiff sometimes. And when we were like taking her in and out to the pasture, and she went outside all day, every day. And so the vet was out here for like another reason, and we said, hey, can you just like x-ray this yearling? And he did, and saw that there was some inflammation. And so that's when we implemented some stall rest, and then she started going out into like a smaller dry lot, and now she's out in the pasture for limited amounts, just so that we can ensure that she grows as healthily as possible during this big time of growth. She's like 14 months old. So that's why it's special. So now we're just gonna end with a little checkup on our current babies who are still on their mama's side. So we probably have about another 3 weeks. I think we're weaning the next time August 3rd, and that'll be Benedict and Gracie. Did you hear her talking to her? That'll be Benedict and Woody, our 2 oldest boys. And then the other 3 will stay with their moms for about another month after that. So let's just go look at each one of them. They're growing up so fast. Gunner, come see me. He's clacking at Lexi. Lexi, be nice to him. What happened to his head?
I don't know. I was looking at that.
Oh, is that? Oh, I bet that's Gracie's.
Sunscreen.
It's Gracie's sunscreen, or is it Annie's snow? Oh, it's Annie's sunscreen. That's what it is. But I do like this color. Stay that dark. Don't get lighter.
He does have sunscreen on his head.
Do you have sunscreen on your head like your mom? Yes. That's so cute. Why do they all love you, Eli? Oh, I can't lift my arm. Okay, I need doctors. I've got an issue. It's been here for about a week now. Right here on my arm. If I lift it outward, it's the worst. If I lift it manually, like with my other arm, it's fine. It's when I engage my arm, it freaking hurts. And I can't, it's like I get hung up here. If I make it past the middle point, I'm good. But yeah, I hurt my arm. And it sucks. We have to move, kids. That doesn't work. Hello. Seeing all the sunscreen marks on all of them where they've just been biting each other is so funny. But hope you enjoyed this little baby update. We don't have that much longer of them being little babies. And then we get the fun experience of this year's yearlings being 2-year-olds and yeah, all the things. And I'm so excited that we get to, I don't know, follow that journey even more than we used to. So hope you enjoyed. If you don't already follow my Snapchat for behind the scenes of things like this, and let me know what else you would like to see on the YouTube channel.